You're looking for someone.
So am I.
My wife went missing. Your daughter, she might still be alive.
Let's do it, brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I'm so happy to have with me here a talented stuntman, actor, and director, Brian Lay, and we're here to talk about his brand new film, The Furious. Brian, say
Thank you
what's
for
up.
having me, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, dude, I was so excited when this came across my desk. This movie's insane. I love it. I love a good action movie.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that.
Tell me about getting involved in this.
Yeah. So, honestly, getting involved in it was as simple as our director Kenji-san reaching out to me through Instagram Messenger, and I'll tell you this: I've never said yes to anything faster in my life than seeing a message from Kenji-san. So I'm a huge fan of the genre. I'm a huge fan of Hong Kong Hong Kong films and martial arts action cinema. And I've been a huge fan of Kenji for a long time. So um, back in 2012, 2013, when I was trying to get my foot in the door, I actually sent Kenji a message on either Facebook Messenger or like an email or something, asking to be part of a stunt team, you know? So 15 years later or so, for this to come full circle into fruition, for it to manifest into reality like this, it's definitely a dream come true. It's a dream come true for me.
Listen, anytime there's wire fighting, I'm there. I'm seated. I'm sat. I'm ready. I want to see crazy stuff, and there's a certain je ne sais quoi to these types of films that just hits different for guys who grew up like myself watching, your wire fights from Hong Kong, your Jackie Chan, all of the great Hong Kong filmmakers that did this before where we're at now. Did you see a lot of that in what Kenji-san's doing here with his work?
In terms of wire fighting, or
In terms of just
sorry.
the way that he's putting scenes together, is do you think he's calling back to that previous time?
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. I would say like the current American way of shooting action, like typically an American director would come into the fight scene as a narrative scene. So they'll have a wide shot, which is called master shot, and you kind of have the two subjects here. Then you get coverage on this side of this actor, coverage on this side of this subject, and they just kind of stitch it together and hope something comes out well in the end, right? With Kenji, he comes from a very Hong Kong approach where it's you know exactly where you're going to shoot, you know what shot looks good for what action. So if someone's fighting here, they'll capture the shot from there, and then they'll know when the cut points are. They'll know how to stitch it in post for editing. And he did come from a very Hong Kong approach, and to getting to get to experience that, I'm very grateful.
It's almost like he's choreographed it in his brain, and he's using the live set as a storyboard that he already has written. it's kind of interesting
Yeah,
to see. Would you agree?
yeah. Totally, yeah. We actually, our action director, Sonomura-san, prior to shooting, we have the pre-production phase, and during the pre-production phase, there's something called pre-visuals, and it's where it's where the stunt team, like shout out to the stunt team, the Japanese stunt team we had, they would conceptualize and shoot the action already, like on their iPhones or on the camera. So it's all laid out already, and then at that point, it's just a matter of plugging in the actors and having them bring their truth into that choreography. And then from there on, it's like you have this the guideline or you have the pre-visuals, which is like kind of like the script in front of you, you know?
I love how continental this film is. There are actors from all over Asia here. You have some great Thai actors, some Chinese actors, Hong Kong actors. There's actors from all over Asia here. And do you find that each of them works a little bit differently when it comes to making these movies?
It definitely, yes. I feel all the cast, each and every single one of them have 20 plus years of martial arts experience and action filmmaking under their belt. So um each and every single one are masters of their craft. So just seeing this come together, seeing the synergy of energy come together, it was definitely an experience. And seeing how this person worked versus seeing how this person worked, they kind of found the best parts of each world and kind of put them together. And I think that's how beautiful art is created, you know.
Can you talk about the differences between what you've notoriously done as a stunt person? Because you've worked on some of the biggest films in Hollywood as a stunt person, and to this where you get to do a little more acting and stretch those narrative and stretch those acting muscles.
Yeah, totally. So I actually you know, stunts and acting, filmmaking, directing, shooting, editing, it all came as a package for me. So I never saw it as any different. Working as a stunt person, it was definitely just something I did for a period of time in my life, but I wouldn't say that I had identified myself as a stunt person. While doing working as a stunt person, I was always directing, I was always acting, whether on my short films or as practice. So I would say getting to come onto this film as a cast member, it was just a natural progression along the journey. And
I
for
love
that,
that.
I'm
I
so
love that.
grateful. I
No, I
appreciate that,
love
man.
that because like it's clear that everybody's making this thing with a certain bit of love for the source material, and that's got to come down from Frank's script and all the writers who put this together, including Aiden Parker and all those additional writers who went and put this thing together.
Mhm.
When you
Yeah.
was the script that got you first? When you first read it, were you hooked in when Kenji sent it to you?
Yeah, it definitely. I would say that the script is pretty straightforward.
Yeah,
I like the choreography and everything isn't in the script. It's more like this person fights this person, and then it's more like knowing Kenji is behind it. That's when I know. I was like, oh, it's gonna be a banger. Knowing that is gonna be a banger.
and that's always the thing for me when I'm watching these movies. I'm always looking at when you look at a movie like this, you want to know who is the director, and it's like, oh, it's the guy behind Shinobi. Oh, okay, we're in good hands here. Anytime I get a chance to talk to anybody with the amount of talent and different talents like yourself, I always wonder, and it's a question I ask all my guests: who are some people that inspire you, whether that be in any of your professional or personal, affects?
Yeah, definitely. I would say lifelong inspirations. I would say definitely my parents are some of my lifelong inspirations. Through nurture, just they basically they raised me. I'm inspired by them. I'm inspired by my brothers at Marshall Club: Andy Lee, DY Sal, Daniel Ma, Tristan Turn, David Dang, Brian Huang. Um, all my brothers within the martial arts team. I'm inspired by all my brothers, and I wouldn't be where I am without them, honestly. Yeah. So those are my main inspirations.
I love that because and Andy's your actual brother too, right?
He is, yeah, he's my older brother.
It's got to be fun sometimes to work with your brothers or work in tandem with your brothers on things, yeah.
Totally, 100%.
Dude, I don't know why, but like it's just those things. Like you have a brother, you fight with them all the time, but if anybody else wants to fight them, then that's when the fight's really on. Isn't that weird? That's just
For
weird
real.
perspective.
That's
It's
when you
like that's
really
how
throw down, you know?
that's how me and my brother are. It's like we're cool, like we'll beat the absolute tar out of each other, but if you did it, well now we've got a real scuffle going on here. You know what I mean? I don't understand what
Mhm.
it is, but I think it's just brothers are fun. My last question that I always ask all my guests, and this is a really fun question: two movies to watch for the rest of your life. What two and why?
Oh, that's a hard one, honestly.
It's the hardest. That's why I saved it for last. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I would say first movie being Marshall Club.
Okay.
It's I believe the theme, a heavy theme in that film is the unification of styles existing as no style. And the second one I would say is Ombak. The reason I say Ombak, it's because although the storyline in Ombak is very straightforward, Tony Jaa himself comes from a place where you can tell he loves what he does. Like, there's no way you can do what he does. There's no way he can do what he does unless he really loves it. And then just seeing that, it's not only the physical capabilities that I'm inspired by, but it's coming back to a child's self. You know, you got to be a kid at heart to want to do what Tony Jaa does. So just watching that film just inspires me to come back to self, you know. And so those are the two films I'd say are the on the
I, I,
forever list.
I love that answer. And you mentioned Tony Jaa, and of course Joe Taslim, who's in this movie, Donnie Yen. Those are some. When I see those names in a movie, I know I'm about to have a great time. And so that's why I was really excited for this. I loved everything about this movie. I loved the way I saw it. Can you tell people why they need to spend their money on June 12th when this comes out to see The Furious on the biggest screen possible?
Yeah. Honestly, everyone perceives the world differently. Some people can see the movie and say, "Oh, that's sick." Some people can say, "Oh, that's ass." You know, as long as they know that visionaries, creators all came together, all gathered up to try to create something beautiful for the world. That's all they need to know. They don't need to. Yeah, I think that's all they need to know.
And if I'm gonna put my 2 cents in, I would say that you need to see this on the biggest screen possible because there's some glorious violence occurring on your screen, and it's also beautifully framed and wonderfully directed. And that's why we go to the movies. We go to the movies to take ourselves out of the everyday mundanity that we have. And this movie perfectly exemplifies that exact philosophy. So make sure on June 12th that you take your butts to the theaters and check out The Furious because it's worth every single dollar. Brian, thank you so much for letting me even talk to you today. I really appreciate just a little bit of your day. You have a wonderful one, man.
Thank you, man. It's